Okay, so here's a video of Hanwool and I playing SMAC. This is from Saturday, April 26th. Okay, so here's where I started the game in the geothermal shallows, and I'm fighting Miriam right now, and you can see I'm trying to position some foils to attack her bases, and there we go. I built Deadman Tavern in the middle of Garland Crater, and Port Svensgaard ends up being one of the really key bases in this war with Miriam. And I spend a lot of years just bombarding the hell out of her bases on the east coast of that little island that she's on. And of course the pirates, they start in the water, which makes some things harder because it takes more minerals to build a sea colony pod than it does a land colony pod. So if you're on a map and you have a large land area and you have land bases, you can go and populate it a little more quickly than you can if you're in the ocean. But the pirates have some bonuses because they get like a lot of energy from the ocean and a bunch of other resource bonuses that make the sea bases practical for them to have as their base. Here you can see Hanwool and I are trading a bunch of tech and comm frequencies. I ended up being a little bit closer to a variety of players than he did, because I'm kind of surrounded by Miriam, Santiago, Zakharov, and I think Aki Zeta 5 is north of me, but I don't know. We haven't met her yet in the game so far. I'm trying to put down some forest on the land to keep the fungus at bay, because Hanwool and I both agreed that neither of us would build the weather paradigm, which is really the best thing for terraforming, but it gives such a big... We both tend to have a build style of play, so big terraforming bonuses like that tend to unbalance the game and give a really huge advantage to whoever has the weather paradigm. Here I'm still attacking Miriam, still terraforming the Garland Crater, which hasn't even been revealed in full yet. And this continent, I'm in the little southern peninsula right now, but it ends up being kind of like a big sort of Asia of the map, and it's entirely controlled by Santiago. The other major continent on the map seems to be controlled mainly by the caretakers. So I'm building more transport foils, colony pods. I don't know what I'm doing there. Oh yeah, I think at some point I decided the geothermal shallows would just be my my engine for money and stuff. And of course later on when we get needle jets, I end up redirecting a lot of those efforts toward war with Miriam. Here I'm building some formers. I don't know why it takes me so long to decide that. Oh, I think I was setting queues. I have governors turned on, so the governors are managing the citizens and the drones, but that's all the governors do because I don't trust them with anything else. Likewise, I don't automate many of my formers. I do them manually, but it's kind of what I enjoy. You can see that's where Hanwool was, uranium flats with all the mineral things. So he had a really good start location. I had a really good start location. It's been good for both of us. It would have been nice if one of us had the monsoon rainforest, monsoon jungle, the one that gives you the nutrient bonus all the way through, but that's what the alien player ended up having. And that base right there, Penzance, ends up being pretty nice later on. Santiago makes an excellent buffer against any kind of attacks, so I never have to worry about defending it or anything. It just continues to grow and grow. And actually, I found on this map, the computer is very not aggressive toward us in general. We randomized the leader personalities, and I think we ended up with a lot of kind of pacifist types on the planet. Santiago is definitely not as warlike as she usually is, and the believers are only slightly warlike, which I don't know exactly how the AI works, but my guess would be that it weighs its benefits and kind of adjusts its strategy based on that. And because she has that morale bonus, I think whatever AI personality ends up playing her is naturally going to be a little bit more aggressive, just because that's where its bonuses lie. And there we are, training more tech. I'm accumulating more than him. But again, I think that's something sea bases kind of have going for them, is because if anything, their mineral production is their weakness, and so those efforts tend to go into labs and econ, and so you do well in some ways, and other stuff is hard. Launching a major war effort early in the game from a sea base is kind of a pain in the ass, but fortunately we have a huge map, so conflict was more likely to occur a bit later in the game. Another thing that worked out well with this map is that it was 70 to 90% water, which is really good if you're playing the pirates, because that's what you have bonuses for. And this map ended up with a lot of resource bonuses in the water. You can see there's a lot of nutrient and mineral and solar bonuses out there. If you look around on land, about the only other place where there's that kind of cluster is in Santiago's territory, where she has I think she has 9 nutrient bonus squares, and yeah, she really makes use of them. The Santiago player in this game has been pretty good to work with. I think that she's probably like the Peacekeepers or something in terms of personality, but not social agenda. And speaking of social agendas, social engineering is something that I keep neglecting in this game just because I forgot about it. But as it turns out, there are not many good options for the pirates anyway, because I just end up being fundamentalist for the first half of the little bit that we played. I don't know. It's hard to quantify. I think that we probably, as of this recording, I think we've put 5 hours, 6 hours into this game, maybe. Here I am building sea colony pods, and that's one thing I'm bad about. I'm really good at building, but I do forget to expand sometimes. And you can see that I do manage to stay ahead of Hanwool on the expansion, but just barely. And that's mainly because with him not being hampered on production, he can actually, he builds more... I'm not sure what I'm trying to say there. Here I am attacking Miriam some more, and I make a lot of dumb mistakes with that campaign against her, because I waste 3 rovers just being impatient when I should have recalled them and healed them up. Yeah. Oh, and there the Spartans got Human Genome Project. The entire time we were playing this game, we did not do well on the secret projects front. I eventually got Citizens Defense Force, and that was pretty good. Hanwool got something that was decent. Maybe it was Virtual World? I'm not sure. And and I could not remember how to connect this alien artifact up to my network node in this city, and I figured out you have to select it, activate it, and then hit spacebar to make it wait, and as soon as you try to make it wait, that's when it connects up to your network node. And I use it to get a free tech, as you can see. Link to our network node at once. Oh, wondrous discoveries, industrial base. Yeah. Alright, so then there's a foil. Transport foil. It's got... does it have anything on it? Not sure. Scout patrol. I do not build enough defense in my cities, really. Yeah, you can see I'm just it's got a 111. That's good enough. That's not actually responsible. But the thing is with the pacifist computer, you can really get away with that a lot. I am going to have to spend a lot of money on upgrades when the alien player starts coming after us. But fortunately, she's got to chew through Hanwool before she gets to me, so I can still afford to be a little lazy on stuff like that. And, I was having some money problems, so I was actually setting a bunch of bases to stockpile it. Well, not a bunch, I had a few bases that were stockpiling energy, which the builder in me hates because it just feels inefficient. God, dumb cat knocked my water over. What am I doing here? Oh yeah, I'm trying to talk to Hanwool. Hailing German Yang. Gave an industrial base. Yang always looks so self-satisfied. Yeah, and there's Spartacus Human Genome Project, and now she's starting the weather paradigm. But, yep, see, the caretakers are about to get weather paradigm. Which, if they weren't so insanely powerful, probably would have been fine, because they would have been like, we'd have had a fair shot at either of us capturing it from them. But as it is, they got way too powerful. That's risky. I do that a lot. I'm really too impatient when I play this game. Like, I have my colony pods going out and picking up the little supply things, and of course when you pick those up, there's like a 40% chance that they're going to have an Isle of the Deep, and then there's like a 50-50 chance that the Isle of the Deep is going to eat whatever unit summoned it. And as I mentioned before, sea colony pods take more effort to build than regular colony pods, so it's one of the dumber units you can gamble with. And yet I do it. Oh, and let's throw 80 credits into that. Blam, 3 turns left. I don't know why I picked 80. I think I was imagining that there was like an efficient price point where, I don't know. And, I'm so close to conquering New Jerusalem. It's a really stupid thing. I end up destroying New Jerusalem instead of actually conquering it, or taking it over. Yep, and they're I guess the Guardians, I don't know, I confuse the Guardians and the Caretakers a lot. What do you want, Miriam? Maybe you should go to hell, Miriam. Alright. Attack, attack, attack. Blam, blam, blam. Attack. Blam. Oh, I spend so many hundreds of years bombarding Miriam. Always investigate the pod beacon. Oh, and it had a Unity foil in it. I end up with so many Unity foils, and so many of them get destroyed. Look at that. There, I took another supply pod that's a resupply pod. Very irresponsible. Oh, I did not notice that, oh yeah, that nutrient bonus right there below New Jerusalem, I leave that just sitting there for way too long, but eventually I get a supply cruiser with whatever the red armor is. Not synth metal, what's the next one? Plasma? Yeah. Plasma armor. I get a plasma armored supply crawler, only it's a supply foil. No, supply cruiser over there on that. Help expands. This is a nice little continent down here. There's a little river and stuff. It was very out of the way. Nice little production center. It's kind of like my Detroit, I like to imagine. Though Garland Crater is really my production hub, though it should be the geothermal shallows place, because my capital city, that has very good production. I actually, as of this recording, I just got it set up with the subsea thermocline, I think it is. It's it gives you a minerals bonus on sea squares, and that helps a lot. It's having drone problems now. I'm probably going to have to build a punishment sphere there. I hate to take the science hit, but since Hanwool and I are sharing tech in this game, it's you can afford to do that a little bit more. Though it's definitely going to be interesting because the alien player is as strong as both of us put together. But the alien player also seems to be going after all the other AIs first, so there's that, except that they're not doing well, so it's taking them over, so it's getting more powerful. Oh, and my governor got turned off for some reason. I don't know why. I probably deactivated it by accident. Oh yeah, I clicked on some resources there. Now what are you doing? Oh, yeah, that's right. I was paranoid because I saw that my governor was turned off in one base, and I was like, it's probably turned off in all the bases. Better check them all. I think I did find one other where it was messed up, so it was a good thing. C-formers, children's creche, network node, rec commons, done. That's a nice little build queue. Hello, Captain Svensgaard. Svensgaard, I need a private word with you. Yeah, you want me to attack the aliens. That's dumb. That's suicide at this point. Yeah, just trade the tech. No, you won't trade tech. I don't think she ended up with her default personality, because I think the actual Aki Zeta 5 is more willing to trade information. Yeah, because actually the thing they start with is basically the planetary data links. Any tech known to 3 other factions they get for free. So it's actually in her best interest to like get as much tech flowing around the board as possible, so that, you know, that thing actually takes effect, and then she doesn't even have to, if she manages that really well, she doesn't even have to really worry about, you know, research goals herself. She can just sort of leech off everyone else. Terraforming. A lot of fungus on Miriam's Island. Parrot Landing. The little bases over here end up being left alone for a long time. It's kind of like the Caribbean and well, whatever. Crow's Nest. I really like all of the city names that the pirates have. My favorite, I think, is Drunk Town. That's a pretty good one. What are they? The Spartans have the most Dead Man Tavern. That's pretty good. The Spartans have the most boring place names. I don't know. They all have good place names, though. As Hanwool pointed out, the Hive has a Hole of Aspiration, and that's that is by far the funniest one. Oh, and I just built Landlock, and as you may notice, Landlock is not landlocked. Nice nutrient bonus right there. Building impact squads. Just taking over Miriam takes so long, and you can see there's, now that New Jerusalem's been destroyed, there's a nice little terraformed area there that would be pretty nice to set up on, and just for whatever reason I don't get around to it. I think I was too intent on like terraforming stuff. I really love terraforming. It's very satisfying to see all of the, you know, to see things green up and farms and solar collectors and all that stuff. Need to build more thermal boreholes in the current game. What I'd like to do is at the end of at the very end of the game, if we finish it, like go in and view the map with Fog of War turned off, and just like screenshot every single part of it, and then assemble all of those screenshots into one giant seamless map of the entire world, because we did a huge map. I think it's 64 by 128 squares. Yeah. Oh, yes. Zakharov traded me many technologies this day. I have a proposal to make. I desire access to your research data. Some of my research data, perhaps? Oh no, okay, it was later on. I got like one out of them there. Let's see, how about you? Yes, you can talk to him. Yeah, don't give her applied physics. It's Santiago. Even with a random personality, I don't trust that bitch with applied physics. Okay, now what? Yeah, there's Hanwool with it. Or no, it's Santiago with her borehole cluster. Look at all those nutrient bonuses. Look at all those mineral bonuses. Like, this is a very wealthy continent. And not too much fungus. Manageable amount of fungus. But look at all that. Ah, that's so unfair. She should really be doing better than she is, considering where she started. I was a little sad on our map to not see a few of my favorite factions show up, because I always love Morgan. I like playing Morgan, but mostly I really like just seeing him on the map, because he's very helpful. I mean, for some reason I've never seen the computer actually try to corner the energy market. So he's basically not a threat when he's an AI player. He's just like a nice little repository for tech and another target to keep big military powers from going after me automatically. Okay, continue beating up Miriam. Take this, take this. Oh man. Okay, well, this has been interesting narration, but I think I'm gonna call it quits here. I can't imagine anyone actually watching this all the way through, because watching me play Alpha Centauri cannot be very interesting. But if you did watch all 20 minutes of this, or 22 minutes or whatever, thank you for watching, I guess, and if you have opinions about Alpha Centauri, maybe tell me or something. I don't know. You can post in the YouTube thing if you're watching on YouTube, or you can just email me too. Yeah. Alright, bye.